Welcome to the Insight series on personal well-being. Our question for this week is the Wellness Big Ten. What about managing your stress? Number 16. What about managing your stress? The CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, says this about stress. Stress can cause feelings of unease, anxiety, frustration, nervousness, fearfulness, or helplessness. When stressed, you may notice changes in your sleep, appetite, or energy level. It's good to be informed, but constant information about negative events can be upsetting. Consider limiting news to just a couple times a day and disconnecting from your phone, TV, and computer screens for a while. Take care of your body. Staying physically healthy can improve your emotional well-being. First of all, when we think about managing your own stress, you want to determine how you feel when you're under a lot of stress. Each of us addresses this and feels somewhat different. We want to spend some time and to inventory the key feelings, physical signs, thoughts, sleep effects, and symptoms that you typically experience when under a lot of stress. And stress is part of life. But when it gets really intense, that's when it begins to impair or to damage our health. Remember, stress comes from both good as well as bad experiences. So good stress is still stress. And even the experience we have with bad events can seem very strong and very powerful. But we also need to remember that our days are made up of good experiences and bad experiences and neutral experiences, and all of them carry some level of stress. Secondly, you want to review what stress management techniques have worked for you in the past. If you've found that taking a hot bath or sitting in a quiet spot or going for a nature walk or listening to soothing music or talking with a good friend, or doing a mindfulness exercise, working out, maybe taking a nap, cleaning up your living space, playing with a pet, preparing for something that is worrying you right now, doing some slow, deep breathing, journaling your feelings, reading the Bible, reflecting on your thoughts and thought life. So these are all the things that most of us find can reduce our sense of stress, and particularly those stressful times, periodic times that we have. The third thing is you want to think through how you will recognize or monitor your present stress levels and which of the stress management practices would be best to consider doing first. The fourth thing is when your stress levels are high, you want to find through trial and error which stress management techniques should be your first line of defense, the thing you normally do, the habit that you have and develop. And then cultivate a strong habit toward that specific activity. You may find that performing that habit regularly will prevent your not feeling as stressed for a time period. And this basically deals with the issue of doing some preventive kinds of stress relief activities and building those in as habits in our daily time period. We also want to be doing a regular workout each day, or consider doing a regular workout or each day or several days a week, which generally will reduce your overall stress levels. And fifth, finally, periodically review what activities, situations, and/or people are particularly stressful for you, and then explore what changes may be helpful. And finally, monitor your stress and take action before the pressure builds too high. In summary, stress is a fact of life, and we don't want to avoid it all, but we do want to manage it when it gets really intense. And it can be debilitating if we don't effectively manage it. Knowing when you are stressed and taking specific remedial actions is your first line of defense. Getting familiar with your particular stress patterns and devising regular stress reduction habits is essential to your long-term well-being. Now, for more information on this topic, put these terms in your web browser search engine. Tips for managing your stress, strategies for managing stress, prevention of burnout. Next week, we'll be addressing the question, Wellness Big Ten, what about medical self-care? We encourage you to live well, live wise, live long.